Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to do a very simple science experiment. We're going to see what happens when you take a car with an engine and a car without an engine and you crash them into each other. Will the one without the engine fare worse than the one with an engine? I'm genuinely curious about this, if it makes a difference. Because you would think all that extra weight in the front would probably make a difference, but, well, I'm not sure. We'll also remove the radiator, too. I mean, what's the point of having a radiator if you have no engine to cool? That seems really pointless. So now, if you look inside this thing, it shouldn't have an engine or a radiator. You can see, yeah, it's just this big open space, no engine or nothing. I think you could still drive it, though, to some extent. Yeah, look, it still drives. This is totally flat and level area, and it still drives somehow. Oh, we're stuck. There we go. I have no idea how it's driving. It doesn't make sense. How are you driving without an engine? And it's accelerating still. But you saw, right inside of it, there was no engine. What's up with that nonsense? It's weird. Just weird. Alright, so we're going to drive out to about here. And spin it around. Now we're going to hit these two into each other and see what happens. Let's see, what's, just for consistency's sake actually, what speed are they going? 50? Oh goodness, they are moving. I was going to try to get them to go the exact same speed, but they're moving without an engine and they're going that fast. What is this nonsense? Alright, what we can do is we can bring the other truck back and then try to line them up and try to go the same speed. I need a lot of room to get up to the same speed they're going, because apparently, without an engine, they're just amazingly fast. I don't know how that happened. So try bringing the truck to about here. And hopefully that works. There we are. It's a little bouncing around, but that's fine. I want to try to get up to maybe 60 miles per hour-ish. Close. We're close. We're at round about 60, so that's good. And here's the crash. It is an angle, but that shouldn't matter. It's just to compare which one is better. And if there's a difference. So there's the crash. And make sure they're not moving anymore. Go ahead and tell them to off the throttle. And looking at the trucks, well, I could tell that one had the engine, and you can see it did get bashed up a lot worse without the engine, like you would expect. That's cool. That's exactly what I was expecting. I just wasn't sure if it would actually happen like that. This one still drives, right? So like, I'm driving. No, it's, oh, wait. Yeah, it still drives. No engine, all beat up, so I can still drive. That won't stop me. I can still drive. How about the actual interior? Is the interior fare any worse? Like in terms of damage, oh yeah. Look at the difference in the shape right here. That one just, it buckled in. This one held up. So it did more than just held the shape right here in the engine bay. Whoa, in the engine bay, it actually held up for the rest of the car as well. That's impressive. Let's try a different car. So go and, oh, this one's way over here. Well, actually, that'll work fine. So let's see, the first one will be, how about the, let's stick with stock cars for now. Ooh, T-Series. That'll be interesting without an engine, because most of the car is the engine in the front. Like, look how much engine there is. And that is the one that is up ahead, so this will be the one without the engine here. T-Series? Gotta get a color on this thing, though. That's a boring thing to look at. Hold on. It's so bland. We need colors. There we are. And now we need to get rid of the engine. So where is radiator and engine? Actually, we don't need a radiator again, because what are you gonna cool? Oh, you're making weird noises now, huh? Alright, there we are. Don't know what that noise is. You actually see right there. You can see straight through it. There's no engine. Does it drive? See, this one doesn't drive without an engine. It just sits there, unlike the other one. In that case, I probably should, well, it doesn't matter. I was going to say I could probably bring this thing back, teleport it, and then drive it from there, but I don't think it'll be much faster to do that. We'll just drive into it. So one is stationary, the other is not. It shouldn't make that big of a difference in terms of how the crash works. For that, like, it shouldn't matter. I'm thinking physics-wise, it shouldn't. Oh, it's moving ever so slowly. Say, I can go 1 mile per hour. No engine. I don't care. 1 mile per hour. And then his hopes and dreams are ruined by a big rig traveling at, well, 70-something miles per hour. Alright, make sure I had the slow-mo on the right vehicle. So this is going to be a pretty much head-on crash. Nice and slow-mo this up. Oh, you can see. Oh, look at that. You can see this one is like buckling way worse and earlier than the other one, which shouldn't be anything to do with the fact that it was going slower. And the one thing, look at how this one popped up, and this one like held its ground downwards. That might be from the one moving and the other wasn't. But oh, either way, much more damage on the what you call it on this one. I mean, I think it might. I don't know if it has this fancy name for this hood just because of the way it opens. Maybe it's just called a hood still. But that one compared to this one before the hood fell off, it was all bent up. And how's the driver fare in terms of the crash? This one, it looks like there's no damage at all on the driver, right? Maybe a tiny bit of bend right at the door hinge. That's it. This one, quite a bit of bend. So it did get a little bit more damage onto the driver. Oh, wait a minute. Look at the inside right here. This part is all pushed in. So that, yeah, the engines are definitely helping. I don't think this one's not nearly as pushed in. It might be pushed in a bit, but well, that's interesting. Engines, they do help the crash safety. See, now you get a really stupid question, which we'll have to test as well. What if you have a car that has a V8 and one that has a V6? Would that be different? That's honestly a good question. I mean, I honestly want to know that kind of thing. So let's say Grand Marshal doesn't have multiple engines. I know the truck does, but I think the Moonhawk also does. So we'll use the Moonhawk if it has multiple engines, which I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, this one has an i6 and a V8. So that'll be a great test vehicle. So that one will have the V8. I mean, this one will have the V8. The other one will have the i6, and we'll see if it makes a difference. So it's kind of, part of the same test. Slightly different, but I want to see what happens. The V8 manual in it. Make it a nice color. Let's see. How about a kind of dark orange? Like that. How's that look? That looks good for this car. Like, it matches the car. Actually, we want to spin it around and go and get the other one to just accelerate as well. And hopefully we can hit them into each other. Might be a little bit difficult to line them up because I don't know where the other one's going to be, but, well. Oh my goodness, he is way off course. Good thing I switched, otherwise I would have never saw him. What are you doing? You're insane. You're totally off course. We're still getting hit though, so it's okay, but so crooked. Really can't use this one as a good test because it is just such a bad angle. The other one, it was close enough where it wouldn't matter. That one was just at a terrible angle. Alright, so I guess what I gotta do is I gotta try to control both cars at the same time. That's no easy task now, is it? And I'll try to just keep them both on the center line. And I'll probably do it in 2x slow-mo, that way I have time to react. What is this guy doing? I mean, it was like 5 seconds and he's already up on the cliff and stuff. Alright, this guy's straightening out. How's the other car? What in the world? What are you doing? Stop it. Oh my goodness. This car just doesn't drive in a straight line apparently, because like for 2 seconds and it's like upside down. I blink and it's just yeah. I mean, look at that. That's the time it took for me to just spin my car 180 degrees. That's what happens. So I guess I'll have to use like 4 times slow-mo and just because these cars, well, I could try just telling them to chase me. That might make them straighten out. That's the other option. Hopefully it'll work. Because this is ridiculous. They're so bad at driving. I mean, I just had to tell you like, how bad that was. I was like, they couldn't even go in a straight line. Alright, that works. So, I think the one they're driving has the i6. I have the V8. Oh my goodness. Maybe not. I was going to say mine held up a bit better because their door popped open, but no, it's just because you got to compare my right side to their left side for it to be fair. And if you compare the opposite sides, looks like the amount of damage is pretty similar. Oh, let's see. The roof line is a little bent on that one. This one's a little bent as well. On this side, let's see. Let's compare the good side. This one has no real damage where the driver would be, it seems like, and this or the passenger would be. This one is pretty much the same way. Shut up, AI. You don't need to try to ram me anymore. We have become one with each other. Chill. Chill. And it looks like it's getting dark, so I'm going to fix that in a second. But from this, I can conclude that the V6 versus i6 doesn't seem to make a visible difference. Now, engine versus no engine does. Let's see. Look at the interior real quick. We got to look at that side versus the other side, so it's kind of weird because, like I said, they're mirrors of each other. Seems okay though. It's getting so dark it's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean they're both damaged pretty much equally in terms of how the interior looks, so I'm gonna conclude it doesn't make a difference, and I'm gonna make the sun rise. I will do it. I'm gonna make the sun rise. You just watch me, man. I'm making it rise, and then we'll lock it, so I don't have to mess with that again. Apparently, doing that has crashed the game. I'm not exactly sure why, but it did. So we're gonna have to go back to the map and start all over, unfortunately. Alright, so I guess we gotta go ahead and restart all of the testing, which kind of sucks. So we'll go ahead and get 2 of the trucks, and we'll make them both Moonhawks. And then we'll make one have no engine and the other will. Just make sure they both have a color. That way if I screw it up, they at least have colors. We'll use the Sport, I guess. Don't want to use the Special, because the Special has no fenders, which is just, I don't know, it might mess things up, I think. So we'll just use the Special. I mean the Sport, not the Special. I said it backwards. You know what I mean? Special, not Special. Special, I am Special. It's confusing. Alright, so now we gotta make this one have no engine or anything like that, so we're just gonna say I do no radiator too, just because it's like part of the engine bay, and I figure empty it out as much as we can. And now we should be able to go ahead and get started and make sure they get a chance to drive. Are they gonna move? Looks like that one won't drive without an engine. Oh yes it is, it's going. Hopefully it can stay in a straight line this time instead of going all crooked like it usually does. Usually it's just like so awkward and crooked and just terrible. Hopefully it don't do that. Alright, go and reset this one right about here. Go and do a 180 and crash into them. There we are, 180, perfect. Looks like they at least stayed straight this time, so the engine is what messes them up. Alright, go 8 times slower. Get a fairly straight head-on crash. Like, it doesn't matter how the crash is as long as it's pretty much head-on. It could be really off-center, but that's fine. This one is perfect. Alright, watching this. Oh, you can see the front end of the one without anything just lifts because it has no weight there. It kind of just gets shoved even though they were both moving. Speed it up just a bit. Alright, how about injury for the drivers? Both places where the drivers would be look fairly safe right now. And I gotta separate the cars out to do a comparison between how they look real quick. So let's go and pop this one out. So this is with the engine, and it looks like the crashing kind of just stopped at the engine right there. You see that? Right there. Right where the part of the engine starts. This one, it got crashed pretty much all the way to the wheels. Is that the... Yeah, this one, look, it held up more. The engine is just a little bit... Like the fenders, I should say. The fenders got crushed in less, and you can tell this was crushed in even more. So definitely, engines do help for crash safety. I like right here though how the hood stayed pretty much perfectly intact. Like that thing is so perfect, you could take it off and put it on a new car, you wouldn't even tell. This one's hood, on the other hand, it got all beat up. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this test again. We'll use a different vehicle this time though. Let's try it with, I want to do the test again with the 2 vehicles with the different engine sizes. I want to use a different one though, just because, I don't know, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I think the trucks have like a bigger variety. Like if you have a truck, I think you can get it with like a V8 or a i4. Maybe it's an i6, I don't remember. We're going to do it real quick test. So this one has an i6, alright, well, we'll do it anyways. Hey, no accelerating yet. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Sheesh. Crazy little thing. Alright, so this will be the one that gets the smaller engine, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll leave the radiator this time. We're just going to give it a slightly smaller engine. It's actually not that big of a difference, and okay, apparently that doesn't exactly work. So, for some reason the parts menu replaces things at random, so we'll just, there we go. Now they both have randomly replaced parts. Hopefully they have different engines, though. That one reads 4.5 at least. What's this one read? It reads 4.1. Hopefully they're actually different. I have no way to know for sure. I just have to guess that yes, they are different. Which, well, I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's put some distance between these guys. They are kind of close. Just gonna put some distance between us, and then I'll tell the AI to come after me, and that should be the way we do it. Alright, right about, let's turn around here. Then we'll go and tell the AI to start coming this way. Oops, did I hit that right? Nope. Chasing player. There we go. Trying to do that with one hand, like holding the controller, one hand typing on the keyboard, and the other hand using my mouse. The only problem is I have two hands, so that didn't go well. So we should get a nice big crash here, and we'll see. Engine versus bigger engine. I know the video is called something else, but we're doing both. Oh, that looks pretty much symmetrical. Like as symmetrical as it can get, really. That's gonna be hard to call. Gotta turn off the AI so they can be quiet. It's like, I gotta go crash into them. Shush. You're loud. Alright. So let's see. Looking at it right here, it looks like the different engines didn't make too much of a difference. Mine might have had a little bit more weight on it, so it went under the hood of the other one. But aside from that, that's really the only conclusion I can say. Both of the cars got bashed right up to about the same spot, it looks like. So, not too much I can say about that one. Let's go back to the old idea of cars without engines versus cars with engines. And let's use a mod car this time. We'll use the, let's just use the Lancer Evolution. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to say to use a different one, but I think the other one I was going to think of was a mid-engine car, which, well, that wouldn't exactly work, would it? I mean, you'll get, like, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So we're going to remove the engine. Is there a radiator on this one? Or no, it doesn't see a radiator, so we'll just assume I'm not missing it, but maybe I am. I'm sitting farther away from my screen than normal, so I can't see nothing. Did I mention that? Well, no, I did. So we're going to tell the AI to come at me, and they'll go very slowly, but they'll at least come towards me. And I'll go at a full speed, so I know the speed difference here is huge, but like I said, speed difference should not matter. And no slow-mo! Oh no! That's not good. I want slow-mo. Alright, let's try this again. Going up. Hey, stop driving. Oh my goodness. Stop driving. See what you did? You missed. I like the fact that you missed. You just totally missed, too. Alright, off. I'm gonna actually change things up just a smidge. I'll make this the lead car because it's the one with the engine. So we're just gonna shove it way up ahead. And that should be fine. It'll work. Just let it work. Oh, what the? It's floating. What? Why did it go into slow-mo now? You're a little late, game. You're really late, actually. Alright, there we go. Put it there. And that'll be perfect. Yeah, that's good. Go and turn it around. Tell the AI to come at me. And we can get a nice crash this way. And now we can have some slow-mo on it, unlike last time. And I gotta fix the timer again. Hopefully it doesn't crash when I fix it if I try to. I mean, that would be really annoying if it crashed again. Okay. Here we go. 8 times slower. 100 times slower. Doesn't matter if it's crooked as long as no car is at an angle. Alright, so there we go. The hit is there. Looking at him. Yeah, definitely more damage on the... Well, I don't know. That one looks pretty similar, doesn't it? It seems like it didn't make too much of a difference. Let's see. So we're just looking at it right here, seeing what we got. Let's go and turn the AI off so they don't start driving off and bumping into everything. And now things are getting dark, which is not good. Stop trying to crash into me. Or is it just rolling on its own? Whatever. Looks like they fared pretty similarly. Maybe this one held up a little bit more, and this is actually a blind test at this point because I don't know which is which. Right, I'm going to try turning the day up, and hopefully that doesn't crash anything. If it crashes something, I think this will be the last crash. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to change the number. Please don't crash, game. Okay, good. And I'm going to say lock it. Good. No crash. No crash. Good, 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 good. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, this one might have fared a bit better. The reason I say this is where the wheel is compared to the wheel well. This one seems like it got pushed in a bit farther than that one. You can kind of see the fender still on the other one. So this one held up worse. And look at the way that's bashed in. There's no way there's an engine there, right? Oh yeah, you can tell right there. Look at the shape of the radiator. This one's radiator is bent. This one is just bashed in. There you go. You could tell right there. Look, the radiator is almost touching the firewall. This one you can see the engine. So it definitely held up better from a where the engine is perspective, but where the driver is, maybe yeah, because you would want to compare this door to this door. This door looks flawless almost. This one looks a little bent up, and then you would also want to compare this door to the other door, and that door is just destroyed. That one is damaged. This one's like all destroyed in this first section. So conclusion is, yep, pretty much for every car, engines are good for you. I mean, it's one of those things where that's what you'd expect. I just wanted to see how much of a difference it would make, and if that was correct. So let's go and finish this up with, let's see. Let's use the Corvette. Let's use the Corvette. That'll work nice enough. We use the Race Edition because they both have roll cages. Who doesn't love a roll cage? Actually, the easy way to do this. There's an easy way and a hard way. I want to do it the easy way. So we're going to go ahead and say, oh, come on, what is this? I can't see nothing when you do that game. Engine is gone. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one that needs the engine, actually. So this is the one with no engine. At least I'm pretty sure that's the right one. And this is the one that should have an engine. Alright. I think that's correct. I think. I don't see a car in the distance, though. I may have picked the wrong car. But I can fix it. I can make it work. Watch this. Yeah, I think I picked the wrong car, but I can make it all work. No, I didn't. That's the right car, actually, isn't it? Oh, whatever. I can make it work. That's all I know, so I'm just gonna make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and set this here. See, told you I could make it work. And let's look at the conclusion here. Oh, that's easy. Look at the driver. The doors both pushed open on the other one. This one held both of its doors. So obviously the drivers are going to be in a better condition there. And they both experienced the same amount of G's because they both experienced the same crash. Even if the car crumpled more, that benefits both drivers, not just the one that crumpled. And you can see again, it just bashes in the fenders to the firewall basically, where this one has the engine right there, stopping that from happening. What is that? Is that like a tire that's right there? What is that thing? Oh, that's part of the engine. Okay. It's like part of the engine's just right there. It's all sticking through. The other one doesn't have that, but you can see that engine does hold up. Having an engine does make the car safer. And that is what I wanted to test. So now we did a test, and we come to a conclusion that makes sense. I just wanted to see if it would make sense in BeamNG.drive. So it does, and until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.